Kaboosh. Hey there, guys. Saturday Arm Day. It is Christmas Eve Eve. And man, you know what I'm going to say. We're feeling big, we're feeling strong, we're feeling heavy, eating plenty of food, and it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day to get in there and get some workouts in. We have a lot to do today, so it's a I don't want to say a rushed workout, because I made sure to get up early enough to allocate enough time where I would go to the gym and get everything that I had to get done, which, you know, that's how I kind of do it anyway. But I need to keep a good pace today. You know, that being said, there'll still be room for posing and all that. I'm not cutting anything away. I'm still going to do my posing, still going to do my warm-up sets, you know, go in the locker room, have a pre-workout, you know, on the way, whatever. Sit there for a minute, collect myself, write down what I'm doing in today's book. But just in general, I just need to keep a good pace at it. And I'm not worried about it, but what I am worried about is the weights today. Because last time I went there, they were looking a little scared, you know. I'm not sure if I'm not talking about every view in the world, I'm talking about you specifically. I'm not sure if you went to the gym and lifted a little too heavy recently, or you just smashed that workout a little more ferocious than normal. But man, I don't know what you did, but you scared them. You scared those weights terribly. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going to make them feel any better. I'm not going to go there and comfort them. They're going to be even more afraid by the time I'm done with them. But, you know, that's why we take rest days, man, because we don't need a day to rest from the weights. The weights need a day to rest from us, from you, from everybody you know that goes in there and just annihilates it every single day they train, man. And that's what it's all about. Going in there with, no mercy and attacking those weights. It's more fun that way too, you know? Like, what's no fun about cardio, excuse me, is that you go in there and it's relatively mundane. You know, even if you're doing like high intensity interval training, just like an assault bike, something a little more aggressive, you know, there's a difference between extreme fatigue like that and feeling heavy weight on top of you. It's a whole different ballgame, as, you know, we all know. So, you know, I can't imagine just going to the gym and going through the motions forever. Like, you know, you wonder why people don't enjoy the gym. They're just going through the motions. It's like you or I doing cardio. You know, you're sitting there going, okay, yeah, this is nothing, no big deal. You're on your little bicycle or whatever. And there's no oomph. There's no pushing yourself. I trained this woman for a long time, Jeanette, and her sister as well. But Jeanette's who I'm speaking about right now. Where she would always, whenever she would train, she would do everything like afraid. She'd lift the weights like this high up and back down. And I always told her, I'm like, Jeanette, you got to have some oomph behind your sets. You got to have some explosiveness. You know, control the weight, but don't be like, oh, let me lift it up carefully. Go, throw that through the ceiling, you know? If you hit my ceiling with that weight, you know, I'm okay with that. If that's what takes out the ceiling tiles, man, it's worth it to see on the cameras, you know? I'll happily pay for a new ceiling tile if Jeanette throws that dumbbell through the ceiling up 10 feet. Now that'd be something worth seeing, man. So, make sure to have some oomph behind your sets. Behind every single rep. Just manhandle that grip. Even if you're a woman, manhandle that grip and just throw it through the ceiling, man. Throw it through wherever you're throwing it through. If you're doing a rows, pull it through your back. If you're doing laterals, throw them across the room. Bench press, throw it through the ceiling. You know, it's really that simple. But what do I know? But man, what do I know? So, talking about why training just mundane or to go through the motions is no fun is because there's no oomph. Because I've never really experienced that oomph. It's just kind of like, all right, we're doing it. You know, it's just kind of like cardio for them the entire time because they're not really pushing themselves. You know, if you or I are going to the gym and let's just say we're having a bad day. I don't mean emotionally, I just mean our muscles aren't. They're just not there like they normally are. They normally used to be. And we try to rep out exactly what we did the week before, and your strength is there. But you're just not quite there right there in your head. Our going through the motions is still intense, it's still oomph because we're used to it. But the average person going through the motions, man, it's really just the same thing as cardio for them. That's, well, I don't see the fun in it, you know. And of course, weight training is not about fun. It's about getting big. It's about getting in shape. Blah blah blah. But when you love it, it happens to be fun. So I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather do the things that I see as fun and get me good results instead of getting bad results and no fun. You know, that weighs out pretty well in my favor, I think. So we are approaching the exit. Take it off to slam this pre-workout. I'm going to drink it with you guys today, all right? Cheers. Get in the right lane. Don't get hit by this car. Because then we're not training today. We'll be training to learn how to walk again. All right, good enough. Okay. That's done. We're on the ramp now. And man, I'm going to see you guys inside. So, this is my small arm, so don't go making fun of me, all right? The reverse grip pull down. What's cool about these is every other bicep movement you do from the bottom half. But these, when you stretch and you pull back here, it keeps it in the top half of the bicep right there. This is a real old Mike Menser style lift, but man, it holds true to today. The bodies back then are the same as the bodies today. Except now we have more knowledge. You know, they had to figure it out. And we can just learn right from them. Oh. Leg grip. One. So, I know it just looks like a really bad form reverse grip pull down, but I guess that's what it is. But when you just pull over to here, and you pull all the way down here, it gets your back involved. I'm trying to keep my back out of it and keep it just all the biceps. Whew.